So back in early 2011, I think it was, I asked a number of friends in the food industry if they would like to climb the mountain, and we try and create something very special within the food industry in terms of an affinity for farm Africa. And out of that, we climbed Kilimanjaro, 10 of us. We raised over £250,000, and the infancy of Food for Good was created. And what I've been really delighted about is how much support we've had really from every part of the food chain. And more recently, we've got the hospitality and restaurant world as well. And the more money we raise, the more lives we change in Africa. And so I think we've raised over £750,000 so far. Needless to say, my ambition is to take that beyond £1 million. So we've had people who've put in great personal sacrifice in the sense of climbing mountains or digging ponds or long distance treks. But here, I hope, is a great example of what Food for Good has been doing to help people in Africa.
So here we are right at the beginnings of our fish pond dig, and we've done about 2 hours of digging now, and I have to say it's a lot harder work than I was expecting. When we arrived at the site, I wasn't quite sure this was going to be successful. What seems like a relatively easy target of digging a fish pond in 3 days seemed okay until you looked at the land, and when you looked at the land and also the fact that it had rained fairly recently and that land was quite clayey and very soggy and heavy, I have to say I looked at it and wasn't quite sure. I feel really proud that the legacy of that pond is now very firmly established, and the reason I say that is because just over a year on we've had our first harvest from the pond. That came to over 50,000 Kenyan shillings, which has enabled those women to basically restock another 3 ponds. And I say it's a great legacy because they chose to restock another 3 ponds, and they're putting that money back into the enterprise because they can see the long-term benefits of that enterprise, not just for them and their families, but for the whole community. A real legacy.
Well, it's been a fabulous couple of years, and I cannot say a big enough thank you to everybody who's got involved so far. You know, everything we do makes a difference to a life or many lives in Africa, and I think, you know, what we've shown is there is a very strong connection between the food industry here and farmers in Africa.
Thank you, Farm Africa and UK food industry for helping us change our lives.